help him cheat an election.
Hey guys, welcome back. So, 2 videos in 1 week. Who would have thought it was possible? I just have to talk about Eric Swalwell. This is something I can't let it go. He was involved with a Chinese spy at one point. As hilarious as it is just because it's Eric Swalwell, it's very concerning because he's on the Intel committee. And it just brings into question, because Nancy Pelosi is the one who chooses who's on the committee, when did she find out about this? Did she know before or after he was put on the committee, and why does he still have that position?
On Capitol Hill after the concerns about Mr. Swalwell.
Well, I don't have any concern about Mr. Swalwell. I do think that it's unfortunate that Mr. McCarthy is trying to make an issue of this when his leader, we all found out at the same time, the Republican leadership, and that several members had been approached.
Were you briefed on this?
We were all at the same moment.
Nancy Pelosi is claiming that when she found out is also when the Republicans found out. And does anybody really believe her? Eric Swalwell isn't too happy about this topic.
But the wrongdoing here, Jim, is that at the same time this story was being leaked out is the time that I was working on impeachment on the House Intelligence and Judiciary Committees. And if this is a country where people who criticize the president are going to have law enforcement information weaponized against them, that's not a country that any of us want to live in. And I hope it is investigated as to who leaked this information.
He doesn't want to live in a country where you can't sleep with Chinese spies or let them put interns in your office. I don't want to. That's not the America Eric Swalwell knows.
For the millionth time in the last few months, we'll be talking about Hunter Biden. The mainstream media exposed itself yet again by just now acting like this Hunter Biden investigation is valid. Before the election, all you could hear was that it was Russian disinformation. Everyone said it. There were people who swore to it.
A source familiar says the investigation was established on suspicious activity reports regarding foreign transactions. Hunter's business dealings with Chinese nationals, including some flagged for potential financial criminal activity, are outlined in a Senate committee report. The he's digging into Biden business dealings says their investigation was justified.
The liberal media and members of the other political party chose to dismiss our work. They even falsely claimed that our work was Russian disinformation.
Joe Biden used it to make it seem like Donald Trump was just coming after his son. That's what the mainstream media as a whole made it seem like, even though anyone with common sense knew that wasn't it.
To talk about families and ethics, I don't want to do that.
The investigation into Hunter Biden wasn't even started by anybody involved in politics. The investigation actually started sometime in 2018, and I think it's been confirmed that the laptop might have been holding some information, you know, the infamous laptop, the laptop from hell. The investigation was started because of sketchy shit with his finances going on in China.
The worst part about this whole scandal is the 50 senior intel officer signed letter. Do you remember that? When the former senior intelligence officer signed a letter pre-election claiming that this story on Hunter Biden, quote, had all the classic earmarks, as Dana said, of a Russian information operation. So I think the real question is, who got them to create that document? Who got those 50 people together and then got them linked up with the media? And why was it done at this specific moment? Obviously to affect an election. So
this was not a political prosecution. This originally was flagged by Hunter's banks. They noticed suspicious activity from all these international wires, and they were the ones that raised the red flags. Not any politician, not any senator. It was a bank.
Do I think this will change how they report anything? No. They don't care. They don't have any self-respect, any respect for journalism in general, because if they did, they would have reported on it accurately before the election and not afterwards. Facebook is getting sued by the Federal Trade Commission and over 40 attorney generals. In other words, they're fucked. Basically for breaking antitrust laws and becoming a monopoly, or attempting to. They're alleging that Facebook acquired WhatsApp and Instagram, not completely legally, and urging them to sell WhatsApp and Instagram.
Facebook used vast amounts of money to acquire smaller rivals and potential rivals before they could threaten the company's dominance. And I'll say billions were thrown at smaller companies in an effort to get them to sell.
Specifically says to rebalance the playing field, it could require the divestiture of Instagram and WhatsApp. The New York Attorney General says Facebook used strong-arm tactics to force the sale of startups, to simply crush competition. She also says that if an app encroached on Facebook's turf or did not sell to CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he would go into destroy mode.
I would love it if they were forced to, because Instagram has gone downhill ever since Facebook bought it. I don't like them being connected. I've never liked the connection of Facebook and Instagram. Hearing all of these allegations against Mark Zuckerberg specifically is kind of funny, because you look at the guy and he doesn't look intimidating, but money makes people evil. But we all know Mark Zuckerberg's actually an alien. Thank you guys so much for watching. It makes me so happy when you guys say that you enjoy my videos. So I hope that I can see you on the next one. Bye guys.